All right. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Deadman Horror Show. I'm your host, Mr. Deadman. Now, we got to be professional here. We have a sponsor. Yeah, put it out there. This episode here, this show is brought to you by Drayton Sawyer's Chainsaw Chili. It's very delicious, very great. I highly recommend you get a bowl of this stuff. It's really good. You get the classic. You got that mango habanero and their new white bean and lime. It's really good, really tasty. Okay. Now, with all of them, no matter which one you get, they're all going to have the same tasty meat. And the secret is all in the meat. All right. Now I put a couple polls out there on the on the channel, and one of which really got my curiosity. I compared. I was like, okay, the poll was, which one of these films is better? And it was Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses going up against a film, if you want to call it a film, a film by Glenn Danzig, Verotica. Okay, and look, I'm not surprised that more people would rather watch House of a Thousand Corpses. But I'm really surprised by that there's actually 23% that's willing to sit down and watch Verotica. I'm willing to bet that 23% does not even know what Verotica is, has never seen it. Maybe they've only heard rumors of this strange film that could be a contender for The Room, a film by Danzig. And it's like a wonder as to why and how something like that could be made and created. You would think Danzig would at least be, you would think his ego would prevent him from releasing such a flop or such a mess. But, there's a point to where, like, you don't take no, you don't take criticism, you just drop it out there, release it. Look, I get House of a Thousand Corpses is, some say, is derivative. It is. It's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It pretty much is. Okay, that's what it is. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was some wild stuff that happens in the end. My favorite part of that show, the movie, is actually in the third act. Okay, when you meet like Dr. Satan and all that stuff, that part is wild and cool. That's wild. That's nice. Okay, at least that's some like, despite its flaws, despite Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses flaws. Okay, because there's many. It at least had a sense of like how extreme it's willing to go, and it told a story. It wasn't much of a story, but it told a story. Okay, Verotica, it tried to tell 3 stories in one film, and it couldn't, and it failed at all 3. Okay, it failed at all 3. It failed 3 times to tell a cohesive story. Like in the first. So, yeah, if you haven't seen Verotica, this is what it is. It's a movie of 3 short films that are put together it's an anthology, okay? Man, it's a film anthology. The first one. Oh, okay. Oh, nasty. Oh, my God. My hair just getting in my mouth. Why'd I made you do it? I don't know. If you read that book, that's why. Rumor has it I've been in people's dreams and nightmares and telling them to do all sorts of things. I swear it's not me. That's what they'll tell the officer. But, they say otherwise. Try it. You get in the situation, be like, I don't know, that Mr. Deadman guy, he made me do it. Okay. All right. Oh. No, but the Verotica movie by Glenn Danzig, 3 stories it tried to sell, and try to tell, but it failed in every one. The first one, the albino spider, The best thing about about that short film, best thing about it is the eye titties. It's actually kind of worth watching it for the eye titties. If it was on like a streaming service or free whatever, I wouldn't pay money to go see this film. Okay, it's not like that. But if there's some way you can watch it for free, just to laugh at, be like, just to be amazed of how because the eye titties is insane. All right, within the first 5-6 minutes into Verotica, you see the strangest thing you're going to see in the whole movie. Like, I'm talking about the whole 3 short films. But they never explain it. Nothing is ever done with it except for one thing. Because she has eye titties, the boy that she was making out with in the 5-minute makeout session there, he rejects her, is like scared away. I mean, I would have stayed and played. I'm sure you would too. Be like, can I touch? Like, am I irritating the eyes? Like, how does this work? You have eyes on your tits, lady. You have eyes on your tits. Like that seems insane, right? But they don't do anything with it other than after she gets rejected, the eyes. Well, they cry, and obviously I'm not talking about the eyes on her face. I'm still talking about the eyes on her tits. Okay, they cry, and a tear falls onto the CGI albino spider, and it turns into this man. They don't explain how or why. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, they don't explain how or why or any of that stuff. It just turns to this man thing that controls her in her dreams. Or does it really? Apparently, it's killing some people. I don't know. It goes around strangling people, killing people. Like Glenn Danzig cared so much about the. It's crazy. Glenn Danzig is an egomaniac narcissist. He strikes me like that, right? Am I wrong? He seems like he would be. Anyone who goes solo in their career and is all about them, their name, they have to be a narcissist, right? But he cared so little about his film that, like, there's a lot of things he was very relaxed on and laxed on and just let go. One of which is the horrible acting. Like, the ladies had to learn French. For some reason, they're American porn star actors, okay? They're American porn star actors that are playing French ladies, so they spend 2 weeks to learn how to speak English as someone from France, as a French woman. How well do you think that went? How well? Not well at all, right? It's porn star actresses, first off. Porn star American actresses who probably can't read much. Okay, look, I'm just saying they don't need to read or recite lines much at all. Okay, their lines pretty much consist of how many stepbrother, I'm stuck, and that's pretty much it. Okay, see, I'm an American. I even almost butchered that line. See, but anyway, 2 weeks it was that. And the other thing, man, there's so many things that Danzig was just lax on. The other thing was the albino spider monster suit. It tears in the crotch. Like in this film, the monster's crotch is like the seam just rips. So it looks like he has a giant hole where his taint would be. I mean, it'd be cool if they did something with it, like a tentacle came out or like a big schlong came out or something. But no. So it was okay with that. Danzig was also cool with like long, drawn out shots where even the actors were like confused, like, is he gonna say cut? Like, what's going on here? Like, we just said our lines. Did you say your line? Yeah. I said my line. You said your line. Why were you still rolling? There's one scene, I think it was in the third short film, the one that rips off Dracula or Elizabeth Bathory. She's like rubbing blood over her face, and in it looks like she stops and she looks at the camera, and then she does it some more. Okay, clearly that was her getting direction from Danzig, and instead of like editing that out, or I guess it doesn't phase him. Like I've never really watched interviews of that guy. Okay, I know this much about Danzig. I like the band. I do like some of his music. I think the second one I like the most. The second album. He also got punched out. He thinks he's all badass, whatever, but he got punched out at one punch by what was it? What was the name of the band that punched him out? That knocked him out. Biohazard, is that right? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section or chat. You know. Anyway, the reason why I got into this is because I found it hilarious that there's 23% of you guys that would rather watch this than House of a Thousand Corpses. Hey, you know what? At least, you know, I know Rob Zombie sticks with the same crew, okay? And, you know, they throw a bunch of F-bombs more than they probably need to, but whatever, okay. Wow, I sound like a Karen saying that. I sound like a hall monitor saying that. I'm just, but like, they can at least act. They can act a lot better than the random ass porn stars that like dance. And I gotta say, man, like Danzig's able to pull some pretty attractive girls for Verotica. I'll say if the contest was what would you rather watch based on like TNA? Oh, Verotica has it, hands down. I mean, there's scenes in Verotica that are just 5 minutes of pole dancing. It's boring. I mean, you'd rather watch Pornhub if that's what you're wanting to do, but you know, if you wanted to watch a film that actually had some character development, a story, something called acts, you know, motive, all that stuff. House of a Thousand Corpses is still better. Okay. I gotta say that. But, you know, maybe you guys know how bad it is and just still want to be like, no. Danzig is cool. I don't give a fuck. Some random band? Yeah. See, that's the thing about Danzig. Danzig has this like persona about him that he's cool no matter what. And like, that's fine. I get that. Like, I think Danzig, he looks cool. He's cool. He's a cool guy. You know, he seems like, you know, but I don't understand this film. And I don't understand why he thought it was okay. You know, it's like you get into filmmaking and that's your first. You might first one you might want a table. And I say this coming as someone who my first film was behind that poster. This one here, Zombie Hunter. You can see it's on this channel. It's a little web series. Anyway, what do we got next here? Now speaking of bringing the ladies for Verotica, which she clearly can do, Danzig definitely could do. Let's talk about these sexy ladies of horror, and definitely when I bring up this segment, gonna put Salma Hayek there on the screen. From Dusk Till Dawn. I know. Your first time watching that film, you're like, why was this in the horror section? I don't understand. That was my first experience with that film. Initial experience, very much so. Kind of like you, I would imagine. Looks like a gangster movie, Quentin Tarantino-esque gangster movie. And all of a sudden, there's fucking vampires. Jesus Christ. But Salma Hayek, hot as fuck. That scene there, which is dancing with that snake. Now, I'm not much of a foot guy. I don't have a foot fetish. I don't understand that. I like tits. I like ass. Feet are dirty. They're on the ground. However, I can't deny, I can't say that I wouldn't do the same. Drink tequila as it's being poured down her leg and going off her foot and all that shit on her toes. That's nice. That looked nice. Anyway, Salma Hayek definitely going to be mentioned here. What I want to ask you guys is in the comments section or in the chat, drop down either 3 or 5 sexiest, hottest ladies of horror. And, you know, I'm not going to blame you. I'm not going to shame you. You could go anywhere on this. If you want to go Rose McGowan, I know you'd be like, whoa, Rose McGowan. Whoa, what's going on with that? Hear me out. It was called Scream, okay? All right. There was a time. Look at that still frame. Her nipples are like poking out of that shirt. There was a time before the drugs hit the hardest, okay? There was a time, and it was great. All right? If you said that would have been fun. I totally understand. Like, wait, what do you first know? What do you notice first in that? Look at that. You're looking right at the eyes, right? Her tit eyes. Her tit eyes. Oh, yeah. Another good one that you guys may or may not know. I'm not sure how well you are versed in your horror movies. Sometimes this is from this lady here, Anna Falchi. She is a French actress in a movie called Cemetery Man. Now, she has a body that is to die for. She absolutely does. In this movie, she wears like this very skin-tight black dress, and it is so nice. It wraps around her petite frame so nicely. And she has an ass, and she has a rack. She might actually have the best rack of horror. Okay, she is a top contender of that. Okay, but a lot of people don't know this. But you have to check out the movie. The movie's worth watching, man. The movie's definitely worth watching. Anna Falchi, Cemetery Man. Let me say on this. In this movie, it is so warped and fucked in the head, but hot at the same time. What do I mean by that? Well, there's a point in this movie where Anna Falchi and the main guy, which I forget his name, but who cares, right? He noticed that she is at a grave, and seems to be mourning her loss. But what does he do? He tries to make a move ahead on her. Greasy and sleazy, right? But it works, sort of. She plays hard to get at first, but then he mentions a favorite part in the cemetery, and that strikes her interest. So they go to they go to that one spot, and the next thing you know, like she's hot for him. She feels hot, and like it's driven to like make out with him and stuff. What I'm saying is, it's a fucking wild film, okay? It is worth it. It is worth it. There's a really good scene. If you don't want to watch it, you just want to see some good scenes, there is a good frame of the movie where she is naked. She's riding Cowgirl, and there's like these wings behind her. She's not actually an angel or anything, but there's a wings behind her from the statue of the tombstone. Pretty cool. Very cool. Very cool. Anyway. So I mentioned Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis, definitely. There was a time when Jamie Lee Curtis was very, very hot. Very hot indeed. Jamie Lee Curtis now, I'm going to take a pass. I'm going to take a pass now, but that's okay. We're talking about heyday, After all, I did say Rose McGowan, right? You know what? If it's between Rose McGowan now and Jamie, you said Jamie May Curtis, Jamie Lee Curtis now, I might have to go with Rose McGowan on that one. If it was between Jamie Lee Curtis now and Rose McGowan now, I might still have to go with Rose McGowan. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, here's a mention. No one's going to... On this list, I don't think anyone's going to mention this. Rachel Adams? And Amityville Horror, the remake. I think the first remake of it, I believe. The one with Ryan Reynolds. The only thing good about this movie is you see Ryan Reynolds half naked throughout most of it. Which I'm totally a straight-laced man, and I don't suck on any balls or anything like that. But I'll say this: Ryan Reynolds naked, it ain't bad to look at. I could probably watch 45 minutes of that. Okay, I could watch Amityville Horror again. All right, Ryan Reynolds, he's just nice. That's all I can say. But Rachel Adams was the babysitter. And why was the babysitter dressed like this? Why was she dressed like this? She's dressed as if she was like not to be there for the child, but to be there for the dad. Oh man, so crazy. Oh man. But no one's going to mention that. What you will probably get on the sexiest, the hottest ladies of horror is you'll definitely get Megan Fox from Jennifer's Body, which I get. Yes, she's very hot. Fine. You know what? I'll go like Jessica Biel. Okay, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. Very nice. Okay. That won me over right there. I mean, just the way she looked, I was like, okay, I think I could like this movie. I think I definitely like that movie. Or hell, I'll tell you what. What about Jennifer Teal? Huh? What about her? Not bad at all. Oh, Chucky. Brad of Chucky. And I think I have a zoomed in one here. There you go. For those that listen to the podcast version, all I could say is feel free to Google and to check it out yourself. But you know what I'm talking about. Those are nice. And the reason why I'm getting into this segment here is because there was another poll I ran called I compared the two movies I compared together was Resident Evil and Silent Hill. And for some reason, Resident Evil, the first one, was dominating. Silent Hill was taking the lead. A much better horror movie than Resident Evil. The original Resident Evil, any of the Resident Evils. I mean, they're an action horror film. They're not even really horror. They're action. To call Resident Evil a horror film, then you're like, then you open the gates to like, okay, is Underworld a horror film? Or is it an action film? But you know how that works. If there's zombies and werewolves and stuff, they'll just roll it right into the horror category. Okay. But the reason why I think Resident Evil gets the love it gets is obviously Mila Jovovich. That is it. That is the only reason. It has nothing to do with the game. It has nothing to do with the name. Because it's so far away from the game and so far away from the name. It's all about Mila Jovovich and how hot she is. If they recast her, and they could test me on this, and I would eat one of these books behind me. Okay? I'd boil it down and drink it like a stew. They recast it, to reboot it, and make Mila Jovovich's character a 300-pound black woman, empowered. You could say all you want, about it. I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be black. It's just 300-pound body positive woman. Okay? And but Resident Evil there, and it's not going to sell. No one's going to care. No one's going to care at all. In fact, wait. They recently had something like this. They had a a Resident Evil series on Netflix that was pretty much a diversity hire reboot, and it flopped. No one liked it. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, there are definitely situations where, as we know, where the attractiveness of the main star, the stars around, or stars, the main stars, are the reason why a movie is successful. So yeah, Mila Jovovich will definitely be on someone's list. Not on my list. I'll tell you what, if I have one slot for action horror movie, and that would be, I have to save that for Kate Beckinsale. That's who I have to say that for. Okay. All right. Celine, Underworld, lovely. That leather suit she wore was fantastic. Could it get any tighter? Lovely. Anyway. Now, let's move on here. We have Halloween decorations. They went so far, the police got involved. That's right. Now, I talked about this before. Halloween is the time. October is the time when you can decorate your yard how you want. It is a time where you can tell the HOA, screw you, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to set my yard like this. Okay? All right. And I have, if you're listening to it on the podcast, what I have here on the screen is an image of a guy who did just that. Okay? He does this every year in the Dallas area, Dallas, Texas. Okay? Where he ups how grotesque it all is. Like, he'll have barrels. By barrels, I mean 3 or more. So definitely a lot of barrels of fake blood and gore, fake organs and stuff just there. There's some bodies, like mannequins, with like fake blood over the place, more gore, like splattered brain. It looks like a crime scene of like some crazy Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It looks like a crime scene from like House of a Thousand Corpses, but just even more hyper real. Okay. And this, I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. I am sick to death of the boring cemetery. I don't want to see another cemetery. I say that, but I'm probably going to just turn my yard to a cemetery again. It's easy. It's the go-to, right? You probably already have the tombstones from last year. You'd be like, well, I'll just get more, now it'll be a bigger cemetery. Okay. Maybe I could do a little bit more with it. Maybe I'll get some lighting or a smoke machine, make it cool. But what ends up happening is those cheap pieces of plastic or styrofoam, they just blow away when the wind hits. They don't really hold together. It just looks cheap and fake and stupid and stuff. And it looks lazy. You know why God just does that and flows it away with the wind? Because it's cheap and lazy. It's disappointed with that. No. I want to do something better. You probably want to do something better. Like this Halloween, this October, try to do better. Can you at least do something better than just a cemetery? Maybe get like a pole, a long stake, get a skeleton, and run that stake through the skeleton's body and put that in your yard. Get 2 of them, okay? Set a statement, okay? If you really want to set a statement or make a statement, you could dress them up as IRS agents, or FBI, or politicians. Hey, choose what flavor, red tie, blue tie. It don't matter to me. And you just put them in your yard. You make a statement. That's bold. Do something like that. Send it my way. I definitely like to look at that. But what we'll be talking about are going to be people that do that sort of thing and what happens to them. Well, this guy in Dallas, he does this he's been doing this for several years now, and each time he does it, of course, the police come out dozens and dozens of times, and it's literally dozens. It's crazy. It's like they come out every year, and the reason why they respond is because they have to respond. The police have to respond, so they respond, but they've come out to the house so many times. Like, now they take selfies with the guy, or they check out the props, they check out the stuff. They think it's cool. It's Halloween month, Halloween season. It is the one time where you could do this and have fun, okay? It's expected. Now, your HOA might throw a fit, but you know what? By the time they'd be able to take you to court, it'd be cleaned up, okay? That's the truth right there. Unless you live in some rich, fancy place, which I doubt you do, like, they probably don't even have the money to challenge you, okay? And even if they did, by the time they even try to take you to court, be like, it was just Halloween decorations. I took it down. Like, you know, I'm not crazy, Your Honor. It's Halloween. I have fun with it, you know? And then not Halloween. All right, well, time to go back to, plain boring yard. But yeah, I found this one to be great. This one's fantastic here. The art is disgusting looking, disgusting in a great way. Of course, like I said, the way this guy does this, he ups it every year. Let's see, I think last year he had a wood chipper that would squirt blood. It was just constantly. So it was like instead of fountain, we use recycled water. Instead of using recycled water, it's just recycled fake blood. And just pss, pss, pss. Really nice, really nice. Very creative, this guy is. Okay, and clearly for the photo, he lives in what looks like to be a duplex. So either he owns or rents both sides, or his neighbor is really cool with this. Let's see. One year there was like white body bags, like 3 of them covered in blood in his front yard, along with all the other crazy scenes. You know, it's having fun with it. There's some other crazy examples I could show you here. This one looks a little jarring. The image I have on the screen here actually looks like it could be a legit crime scene, but it's just Halloween decorations. It's 4 body. It looks to be 4 bodies wrapped in black bags, bound by tape. Okay, scattered in front of what looks to be a double wide trailer of some sort. Okay, all right, and the grass is dead from the heat. There's like no grass there. There's some patches. So it already looks like someplace in Texas, maybe New Mexico. Okay, it already looks bad. All right, it looks like a crack shack already. And then you have like these 4 randomly placed bags, body bags. Any cops go out to that location? Of course. What they find? Just Halloween decorations. All right, nothing to see there, Hunter. Nothing to see. Officer, yeah, nothing to see there. This was insane. This image here is a car wreck. A car wreck in the yard. But see, what you could tell by this is someone was concerned about this and reported this. Their eyes must not work. The only thing real here is the Volkswagen. Okay? But obviously the fencing that it supposedly ran into is like the cheap plastic skeletal bone fencing that you could buy at Walmart for like $5 a pack or whatever. And the way it's on the car doesn't even make sense for like how, like, if it ran into it, it should be on the ground forward over the sidewalk. But I guess because they don't, gotta respect the rules of the city and all that. Instead of they kept it neat and nice. Then of course there's a body that the car had run over supposedly, but it's clearly fake. Clearly fake. You know, and that's the thing about this stuff. You know, you could, depending on what neighborhood you live in, you could put SOS written in blood or help me written in blood on the window, and someone will call the cops on you, thinking that there was somebody trapped inside wanting help. It's like, oh, are you kidding me? If someone's trapped inside my house and they're able to go to the kitchen window or the dining room window and write help me, you should be asking, why the fuck didn't they just break the window? Why didn't they just open the window? Try to take a chair and break it. Because if they got, we don't like. If you're living in the suburbs, like your houses aren't a freaking fortress. I mean, come on, it's insane. People weren't thinking. Let's see. Oh, this is real nice. This one could get you in a little bit of trouble. It is a white van that says free candy on the side with a lot of blood splatter. What you don't see there, it's hard to see, is that it looks like it's a government license plate. It could be a CPS vehicle. No. That'd be crazy, right? Oh man. Oh, but let's see. There was a situation in Kentucky where a guy thought it was a great idea to decorate his yard to look like a vehicle wreck, like right there. But it looked too realistic, because the guy has such great attention to detail. He made it look realistic, to be convincing, to be scary. But some Karen thought it was a little too real and tried to report it. Now, it's not illegal to do that. It's not illegal to decorate your yard like that. And it's, once again, it's October. It's the month of Halloween. Like, people expect it. Like, the officer would be like, oh, okay, well, all right. I mean, because oh my God. And you can just imagine the Karen be like, oh, well, I just don't like it. I think it looks gross and nasty and it's going to destroy the property value and all this. It's like, ma'am, it's a temporary decoration and you're concerned about your property value, and look at where your trash is. Look at your yard. You notice they're building an apartment complex right next to your house? Okay, yeah. Don't worry. Don't call us again. Let's see. Yeah, Oklahoma too. I mean, you could just Google this stuff. It's all over the place. There's Dallas, Texas, Oklahoma, Kentucky. Now, there are times where a crime scene was mistaken as a Halloween decoration. That is true. And I don't have the image of that. But what I can tell you is this. Yeah. I'll pull up the article here real fast. Dead body mistaken for Halloween decoration. It was a poor woman. She was poor. She suffered from on again, off again drug addiction, battled drugs. According to the neighbors, she was easily manipulated. She would do anything you ask if she thought you were a friend. She was like in her 30s. Her name was Rebecca Cade. And this happened in Ohio. And apparently there was a situation where she was arguing with her boyfriend. The argument went too far. It escalated. And she was trying to get away. She was trying to run. Okay? But she didn't run fast enough because he got into her. Like I said, he got into her. He like ran into her. It ran right into her, and which like pinned her against the fence, like pinned her against the fence. So like the way she died, it made it look like she was a prop, like a body prop on a fence line there. Okay, which you would probably think that's a Halloween decoration, right? But no, not at all. It was very real, very real, very real. I mean, they thought it was a prank at first, but it wasn't. And really, it is a sad story of domestic violence. She tried to get away, didn't get away. And, next thing you know, she's mistaken as a Halloween prop. Just a shame, really. A shame. So what about all those times that said, oh, called them Karens for calling about those decorations? Look, like, if you think something's going down, I mean, I guess call, but leave it at 1? Or how about none? How about, like, what? If my neighbor had something that looked like a crime scene for their Halloween decoration, I probably would go over there. I would probably go over there and be like, what is this? I wouldn't touch anything. I would knock on the door. I would do it. I'm crazy like that. I'm crazy like that. I'm not afraid of altercations or things like that. I'll keep things out in the front yard. Keep things fine. You know, not gonna throw any punches. Not gonna go into their house where I'd be in serious danger or anything. No, I'll do it. But yeah. No need to be a Karen or a hall monitor about the whole thing. No. So, this was, I feel, like a really good test run for the new season of the Deadman horror show. So, we do have some guests lined up for this whole month. Just about. I think on the 14th, there's no guests. What I might do is I'm wrapping up. I'm finishing watching all of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies so we can have a big stream about that. All the films. I'm rewatching all of them. So I have 2 more that I need to rewatch, and that is the New Beginning and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D. After I watch those 2, rewatch them, I'll be set. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing this. I enjoyed talking about horror movies and horror related things. I know some people like this channel for the trauma and all that, but it's fun. It's fun. I like horror stuff. Anyway, with that said, you guys and ladies, take it easy and have a good one.